Hi guys, it's Ts3rules here, and welcome to our first ever Call of Duty Ghost video. Yeah, I've been playing it all morning, and I have to say it's really surprised me. It's far better than I thought it was going to be with the next gen stuff coming out later this month. You know, with Killzone, with Battlefield, I'm getting for PS4. I haven't really been paying much attention to COD at all. Then Tom called me last night and said that we may as well pick it up for PS3 and then upgrade it. So we did that, and I've been watching some of Alier's videos last night, and he's saying that the maps are far bigger than they normally are and this kind of thing, and I was getting a bit more excited then. I'm to say I've been playing it for about 3 or 4 hours now, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. I mean, I haven't had, and seriously guys, I haven't had a single bit of lag at all. I mean, I am playing on a 60 MB connection, but I haven't had any noticeable lag, none, literally none, in 3-4 hours play, which is just phenomenal. It's just been absolutely fantastic. It really has. I love what they've done with Domination as well. Now you can neutralise flags, so Domination lasts considerably longer than it did before a lot of the time. So before you take a flag like you normally would, you neutralise it. So if they kill you and it's neutralised, then they get killed. No one's getting any points from that flag for that period of time, and that's a really great change. I mean, I liked Black Ops 2's half-time system to begin with. I don't particularly now, but I don't like Black Ops 2 now, but anyway, that I think is a really good change. But we'll start with the maps, because that's something that's so blatantly noticeable to anyone who's played COD before. The maps are absolutely huge. They really are far bigger than they have been since World of War. I don't know if any of them rival some of the maps. Sorry, I can't remember their names, but some of the maps on that game. But they're close, to say the least. They are very close. They are absolutely huge. And I've been saying for years that COD needs bigger maps, and now it has, and it's absolutely brilliant. I'm sure not everyone will like it, but I absolutely love it this way. I really do. It's fantastic. It's just fantastic now that they're this big. I've hated the maps on Black Ops 2 and on Modern Warfare 3, particularly Modern Warfare 3. I think the maps are just absolutely terrible. They're far too small, and it's just come out of nowhere. I was so surprised to hear that these maps are massive, because you look back on how COD's evolved the last few years. I mean, Modern Warfare 2, we had them iWards saying that they could make levels much bigger, much more height in them, which they did. Modern Warfare 2 had great maps, in my opinion. I mean, it's not, by far, not my favourite COD game. COD 4 Modern Warfare is still my favourite COD game, but this could run it close if I continue with the experience I've had so far. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2 had great maps. That was one of the best things about that game. It was just a little bit too crazy for me. And then you move on to Black Ops 1, and that's really when the maps started getting smaller. They were well designed on that game, but they were definitely getting smaller. And then Modern Warfare 3, where they're just ridiculously small. Black Ops 2, where again they're too small and really badly designed. So we move on to this, and suddenly they're absolutely massive. I really don't get where that's come from, but it's fantastic that it's happened. It just makes things so much better, in my opinion. You can snipe again. I mean, I haven't been able to snipe properly on COD since Modern Warfare 2, I would say. No, that's not fair actually. Since Black Ops 1, I haven't been able to snipe properly on COD. You haven't had the sightlines. There are so few maps that give you the sightlines to snipe. On this, loads of them. Pretty much every map I've played on so far, I think I've only played about 5 so far, have great sightlines for sniping. I've spent quite a lot of the games just sitting back and sniping, and it's fantastic. It's just a shame it's taken so long for COD to allow you to do that. But the good thing is, as well, you can snipe, but there's also ways around the snipers, as there should be. There's maps, there's so many spaces on them. It's just absolutely great. They're finally this size. It's just a shame it's only 6x6 on these current gen consoles. And Alier says in his videos he thinks it's because they've added so much new stuff. They have added a lot of new stuff. I mean, it's probably, well, it is the best looking COD game. It's not saying much, but I quite like the way COD looks personally. I know it doesn't look great, but I quite like how COD looks. And to me, it looks okay. You know, nothing compared to games like The Last of Us, that kind of thing, but it looks okay. So it's got nothing to do with that, in my opinion. It's perhaps now they've added all this new stuff. Now it looks quite a lot better. Now the maps are quite a lot bigger. They can't, on their current engine, have more than 12 players on current gen, but I don't think that's true at all. I just think they've done it so people will go for the next gen version, because I've got the copy here and it says on the back of the PS4 version that it is 2 to 8 player, as we knew already. 2 to 18 player, sorry, as we knew already. And if they had, you know, spent the time making a new engine, they could easily have 2 to 18 on current gen. I mean, look at Battlefield. They've got, what is it, 24, I think, something like that on current gen, and then the 64 on next gen. So that's certainly not the case. It's just them being lazy with their engine. But it's a good looking game for COD. It's a decent enough looking game. It plays really, really well. Say I've had no lag at all in the first few hours of play. In this gameplay here, I'm using the Honey Badger, awesome name, assault rifle. It's like the M4, the M27, that kind of thing, ridiculously accurate, with good fire rate and fairly low power for the assault rifles. But people drop incredibly quickly, which is one of the criticisms I've seen a lot of today. People drop very, very, very quickly. I really like that. I mean, the thing is, you can't have it. They've changed it for a reason. You can't have it both ways, and people have been complaining for a long time that when people knife them, they go through a lot of bullets, you know, this kind of thing. You can't do that now, or at least from what I've seen, you can't do that now. You're very unlikely to be able to knife someone when they're shooting you, because you'll be dead, which is a good thing. And I like how quickly people drop. In my experience so far, it's been a very good thing. I mean, it makes the game more difficult, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And onto knifing itself. Knifing's really good. They've actually got a new animation for it. It looks quite cool. I've knifed maybe 5 times or so. It's worked every time. You know, I don't miss. You just lock onto them and knife them, which is fantastic. So I'm really happy with that change, because I haven't been happy with the knife for a while either. But other than that, it's just been great. It's so smooth. Say it's probably the best made COD since Modern Warfare 2. I haven't had any issues at all. You know, when I press triangle before you play a game to bring up your friends, that doesn't crash like it constantly does in Modern Warfare 3. It's all smooth as it should be. It just works really well. There's been no lag because of launch, that kind of thing. It's all been very, very smooth. And here, this map's called Tremor, and it does this occasionally, tremors, and there's no frame rate drop at all, which is excellent. Not that there should be, but you know, in previous CODs there definitely would have been. They tried that kind of thing, particularly in Modern Warfare 3. That has some incredible frame rate drops in multiplayer. I hadn't had any at all. Right there, you just saw me calling my guard dog. You get that for a 5-point streak. It's not very effective, to be honest, the guard dog, which is probably a good thing for a 5-kill streak. It's all right. I'm glad it's not as powerful as I thought it was going to be, which is a good thing, because it could have been way overpowered. It doesn't get many kills at all. And then later in this game, you're going to see me get Maniac kill streak, which is a 10-point streak, I think. And that's there it is. And that's pretty cool. I don't do very well with it on this one at all, unfortunately. I call it in, and I think I get. Oh, that was that was completely retarded. I didn't even realise I was being shot at to begin with. I was just trying to call it in. Yeah, I call it in. I get maybe 1 or 2 kills of it. They're all talking about it on the headset, so I've got one, and I just get annihilated. And that's because the knife takes longer now. So you see, I run so much quicker, and it's awesome using it. But if you try and knife people in a big pack like I do in a minute, you have no chance. So look how long that took, and that's a great thing. I try and knife that. I don't know if you can knife them, or if I was just standing in the wrong place. It doesn't seem like you can. And there's another one over there. They're the new UAVs, if you didn't know, which is another great thing. So you can take UAVs out on the ground, which is fantastic. I should have gone to the flag here. Instead, I chased this guy. Don't manage to knife him. I actually ended up knifing the other guy, and then I get killed. And knives, you can see there, knives take a lot longer than they used to. And that's what get me killed. And juggernauts die quicker in this one. Again, that's a really good thing. They were slightly too powerful the support class ones in Modern Warfare 3. I enjoyed using it. That when I first got the game, I liked Modern Warfare 3 at the beginning. Well, sort of like Modern Warfare 3. I used a lot of juggernauts, and you could get, you know, 30, 40 kills in the game just for having support class on and getting that juggernaut, because they were very hard to kill. These ones are a lot easier to take out, or seem to be so far. I've taken out a few, and it's been fairly simple. I mean, I sniped one and he died straight away. Probably was already hurt, but even so, it's a good sign. Other things to comment on, really, I guess, is the kill streaks, the air support, that kind of thing. I've been playing 3 or 4 hours, and I can honestly say, if I've been killed by 2 choppers, I would be surprised. There has not been much air support at all. It's early days, of course. Of course, when people get more used to kill streaks, when people get more used to different setups, so I've barely used any perks at all yet. And I've barely used any different guns. I've been using the Honey Badger a lot, I've been using the first sniper rifle a lot. When people get used to their setups, when people start working out what works for them, there will be more kill streaks in the air. But right now, it's great. I've only been killed by 2, and it's just great. It's all gun on gun, which is how it should be. That was a bit of a panicky knife there, but it worked, which I'm sure some people won't like to see. But again, it did take longer, and that it's a great thing that takes longer. And in my opinion, I would rather, when I pressed R3, when I did then, it locks on and kills him, than misses, which it would do in so many other CODs. So, in my opinion, that's a good thing that he locked on and killed him so easily. Dog taking me out there. So, really, so far, I'm really enjoying it. A lot. There's not much that I think's wrong with it at the moment. The spawn system could be better. I mean, I was going to do this video and say it's been perfect for me, the spawn system, but a few games before I decided to do this video, I spawned right in front of a guy, literally about 2 yards in front of him, and I managed to somehow snipe him. I think he was so surprised to spawn in front of me, and I was not too surprised, because I was thinking this can't last forever. I'm going to get a shit spawn at some point, and I did. But other than that, it's been absolutely fantastic, and thank you for watching this video. We'll have more up later tonight. I think Tom will be doing a commentary when he gets here, so there will be plenty more Ghost videos to come. Thank you for watching.